So after we left Gruber, we headed on down 10 through the big town of Braggs and headed for Greenleaf State Park. Greenleaf is a really cool park. There's a fairly small little lake that these cabins look over, and it's great views, great hiking trails. There's RV camping, primitive camping, nature center. It's a really nice place to just hang out for a weekend. Steve, this is a beautiful park, and these cabins are just something else, man. How old are these?
Well, the cabins were built, WPA, Work Progress Administration, back in the Depression days, back in the 30s, 36 and 37. But originally they built 10 cabins, and those are the ones that we're standing in front of now.
Okay.
And then they later built some other cabins. There's 4 cabins down at the end, cabins 1 through 4, and there's some discussion about who built them.
Oh, okay.
Some people say that the POWs, the Germans, Camp Gruber borders us on the north, just right halfway up that
So
hill.
there were World War II prisoners of war there at Gruber,
Yes, sir.
and they worked on some of these also.
Well, some people say.
It's alleged.
It's really interesting because I'll get some people that are really adamant and say, oh, it was definitely built by the Germans. And then somebody else, a different time, just as adamantly say, no, they were not built by the Germans.
Now, in addition to the cabins here, I understand there's a lot more WPA structures here at the park.
Yes, sir. We've got what we call the lodge, the Greenleaf Lodge, and it's built on a hill just back behind us, and it's got a beautiful view of the lake, but it's a big building. And when they built it, it was kind of a night spot. And then during World War II, it became an officers' club.
I see.
And then after the war was over, it went back to being kind of a night spot, a restaurant. And now, over the years, it's developed to where it's kind of like a group camp.
Now, I notice accessibility is always an issue. And I notice like the one behind us, for example, has handrails to make it easier for folks in a wheelchair or something to get in. But I understand here at Greenleaf, you've got something even more special than that for the handicapped if they want to come visit the lake. Tell me about that.
Okay, back in 1994, there was a group called the Telephone Pioneers of America, and they were retired folks from different telephone companies who wanted to do something nice for the park.
Oh, okay.
So what they decided to do was to build this cabin.
Right.
And the unique thing about it, it's like you said or alluded to, it's a handicap accessible cabin. It's got a hospital bed in it, everything's wheelchair accessible. It's got its own private fishing dock that's wheelchair accessible. And it's a beautiful cabin inside and out. It stays rented just about all the time.
Right. Well, we appreciate it, Steve. Thanks a lot for visiting with us and showing us around Greenleaf State Park.
Welcome. And the more people, the better.
Good deal. Well, we'll see what we can do about that.
All right.
So after we left Greenleaf, we went ahead and finished off Highway 10, heading south through Gore and down towards I-40.
Thanks for riding along with us today.
To learn more about the places we visited and the people we've met, visit twowheeloklahoma.com.
See you next week.
Because I wanted to hang out with Two Wheel Oklahoma.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that the name?
Yeah. I am in command. It's either bolted down or really, really heavy.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
I think that was right.
These are my sunglasses. Kind of edgy, kind of blue thing.
They're very blue.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Say, I love audio people.
I love audio people.
Yeah. Don't say it.
So they pull their two young, we find out later, they're two young kids out of school. They have to work every Wednesday apparently. And yeah, as they're forcing them to come. So since it was Wednesday, it was the young kids' day to work. They pull them out of school and bring them to the restaurant. They keep the one older girl in the back on the fryer. And so after the incident with the little girl and the knives, they keep her on the fryer. And they've got the boy cutting up all the meat and okra and other things. I know I saw them out there. They made them come out and greet us and change the sign and put all the letters up. And of course, the little 4-year-old had spelled something wrong. They got all upset about that and made him go out and fix it.
Okay.
No, really, the kids were pretty nice. They came out there and greeted us, took a day off of school. They were pretty excited. So it was kind of neat to see.